Hi, greetings, fellow sleuths. While our look at Season 3 of Veronica Mars now continues on with the episode Postgame Mortem. The Hearst basketball coach, Tom Barry, berates his team, including Wallace, after a game, and the coach's son quits as a result. One of Logan's teachers tells Dick that Logan must start attending classes. Dick sneaks into Logan's apartment for the hotel staff and finds it a mess. Veronica works on Mars investigations for the day and walks in to find the coach's family in the office, as the coach has died. The son who quit, Josh, is the prime suspect, but the family suspects Mel Stoles are one of the PCH bikers. Dick tries to set up Logan on a double date before realizing that one of the twins is actually 11 years old. Dick and the older sister leave, leading Logan to babysit the other sister, Heather, although Logan just goes to bed. He talks to Mel Stoles, who says he was on a plane at the time. Dick calls Logan and says he is in Las Vegas, leaving Logan to babysit Heather for another day. Weevil organizes a meeting between Veronica and the PCHers, and the Mueller says they would not kill someone over a bad car like the coach's vehicle. Mason, one of the team's former star basketball players, testifies to Sheriff Lamb that Josh is responsible for his father's death. The sheriff arrests Josh, and Veronica learns that the coach's car was found in the water. Logan and Heather begin to actually enjoy each other's company. Keith speaks to Mindy O'Dell, saying he will continue to search for Dean Cyrus O'Dell's killer. Veronica questions Mason, but he ends up angrily walking away. Veronica and Keith recuperate, and Keith says that Cyrus's car was taken out within the time frame of the murder. Heather sends a radio request to play a special song from Logan to Veronica, while Veronica interrogates the hotel staff. One of them says he heard two men yelling in the room. Veronica and Logan have a chance meeting in the elevator. Hank Landry tells Veronica that she has successfully applied for the first part of an FBI internship with help of a recommendation from the dean. Keith questions Mrs. O'Dell heavily, and she subsequently fires him from the case, although he says that he will not stop investigating. Veronica visits Josh in jail, who suspects Mason. Dick returns, getting a divorce from the older sister, and Logan and Heather remain friends. In Veronica's criminology class, she is arrested for aiding Josh to escape from prison. Uh-oh. So now let's take a look at the production of this episode. Postgame Mortem was written by Joe Vacci and directed by John T. Kretschmer, marking Vacci's first writing credit and Kretschmer's 13th directing credit. The episode was one of series creator Rob Thomas's favorite episodes of Season 3, along with Of Vice and Men, Showing the Monkey, Poughkeepsie Tramps and Thieves, and Mars Bars. The DVD for the season contains one deleted scene in the episode. It depicts Veronica going into the police station asking Sheriff Lamb about Josh's recent arrest. Thomas explained in his introduction to the scene that while it was initially written for its comedic value, it became an example of staging killing the comedy. He explained that Lamb had to frequently turn all the way around to speak to Veronica and Deputy Sachs, a fact which he thought made the scene awkward. Thomas described the scene in which Veronica encounters Logan and Heather in an elevator, for Heather tells her that Logan is in love with her as his favorite scene of the season, and that lived up to high expectations. In writing the subplot, Thomas and the crew started with the scene and wrote backwards in order to make it fit in with the rest of the episode's story. Knowing the scene is important to the writers, Kretschmer used more lighting setups than would be typically used in an elevator scene. Thomas also enjoyed Juliette Gogila's performance in both the scene and the episode, referring to her as a star. Immediately prior to this episode, Thomas received a call from Jason Doring, the actor of Logan, who was confused about the character's continual state of grief following his breakup with Veronica. Thomas responded that that part of his character arc was all set up to the subplot involving Heather. So overall, I think this episode is kind of interesting, and it does set up what's going to happen next episode, and that's something I kind of like, so yeah. So overall, I give Postgame Mortem 4 marshmallows out of 5. Well, hey, tune in as we take the next episode, Mars Bars. So, until then, remember everyone, the game's afoot.